Aquaponics one-on-one, aquaponics tutorial, aquaponics DIY, aquaponics lessons online. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to this channel. My name is Raleigh. I'm a high school teacher. I teach geography, sociology, and social studies. I'm a fish farmer, fish keeper, fish breeder. Welcome to this channel. Okay, in this discourse, I will actually share with you my personal take on, following some individuals both online and some persons do have it face to face regarding aquaponics setup ideas and tutorials and the whole sale of different items for setting up their aquaponics system. Okay, so a few months ago, I was in a conversation with someone, and the individual suggested to me that I should do some reading regarding tilapia and aquaponics, and I should do visit different sites and visit different tutorial sessions, look at some videos, and also if I could afford it, pay for some tutorials online. I opted not to take up that direction. Instead, I actually did some reading regarding how to set up my own personal thing as to what will be needed, and then I actually went ahead and I did some adjustment to what I read, and I actually started my aquaponic setup. Yes, it took a lot of work, a lot of patience, a lot of energy, and also a lot of money to actually get this thing done. Now, there are a lot of programs in Jamaica and in other parts of the world that have led to persons actually trying out aquaponics. There are a lot of aquaponics kits, tutorial. When I say kits, I mean like persons who promote their aquaponics setup. They have a design, a set design, how things work in an aquaponics setup, and after listening to their conversation, whether it be on Instagram, YouTube, whatever social network there is, you'll be inspired to actually spend some money and get their kit and install their kit, and you'll be on your way to become a nice what should I say, a productive farmer in the whole sphere of aquaponics. Now, a point to note, there are a few reasons why I do not follow these individuals, right? And I just share you about two or three. The rest probably you can discover on your own. Okay, so I start with one. One of the primary reasons why persons do create aquaponics kits. When I say kit, I mean kit, KITS, kits, right? Is to actually promote their own business and to ensure continuity within what the framework of having this system set up. So persons will always come in and they will buy and they will make monies. So the social media platform is just a means of promoting themselves, right? Whilst some persons do have good instructions and have demonstration as to how the kits are set up and all that, there are several anomalies that do exist using these kits. For example, these kits does not come with any adjustment, for example, which caters to the type of fish you have, and the type of climate that you exist within, right? It is not a one size fit all kit. I live in Jamaica in the tropics. I experience wet and dry season, right? Whenever the time is dry, the time is hot, and in hot season, you tend to have the fish consuming more. And when the fish consume more, that means the fish actually excrete more waste. And there are different measures in which you take place as to, well, you initiate as to, you know, manage all that situation, pre-filtration, all networks and all that. Which leads me to another point, why I opted not to promote nor really show any interest in actually following those tutorials or those kits or those demonstrations that might be influential to my unsuspected viewers. Now, another reason why is that these kits are not cheap, right? And installing these kits takes a lot of monies, and the shipping cost, the bureaucracy which comes with shipping things in, that can be another headache, right? Whilst some persons might not find it that difficult to get the kits in and to install the kits and all that, but others might. And this channel is aimed at making complex situation much easier than how persons have actually demonstrate they are difficult. Regardless of all the difficult situations that may exist in life, there are always simple solutions to complex problems. It just needs you to think outside the box. So thus I have actually been creating and designing and adjusting my system so as to be able to not only help myself become proficient in aquaponics, but also to demonstrate to persons living in Jamaica, living in the Caribbean, having similar experiences as I do, whether it be in the economic strata or within the social strata, within land or whatever. They are able to to relate, and they are able to make the similar adjustment that will see them becoming independent and successful within the fish keeping, what I call it, aquaponics system, right? I have actually done a series which looks at keeping tilapia, and it is my knowledge on keeping tilapia, my experiments, my everyday interaction with my system that have actually led me to actually be disinterested in aquaponics. And as a result of that, I've actually transferred a lot of my knowledge in tilapia fish keeping into aquaponics, which leads me to another issue, that these tutorials, these kits, these demonstrations, these packages that have been sold and persons have actually been writing about, both in the social media and in the written catalogs and pages, right? A lot of persons want to enter into aquaponics because it seems interesting, and there probably might be persons who love the farming thing, and they see an opportunity in which they can become productive in small spaces as far as food cultivation is concerned. That's a given. That's true, right? The number one factor that should be considered before actually taking this step is fulsome knowledge of the fish that you're actually using to propel the system using their waste. Now, whilst this might not be considered as a major factor, but it is. Hydroponics doesn't necessarily, well, hydroponics doesn't rely on the waste of fish so as to, to become successful. It's all about water passing through. It's all about having a soilless system, a fishless system. But one of the parts in which a lot of persons fail to share with persons wanting to do hydroponics is that you have to, and this is not a guess or spell, but you have to purchase stuff for hydroponics, right? And this stuff comes in the form of liquid. So the liquid minerals, the nutrients that the plants will need, you'll have to purchase them, and you have to supply the water with them so as to allow the crops that you are growing to be, I call it now, you know, looking good, and to give you the yield that is expected, right? So that's one side that a lot of persons have hid from in sharing with you the intimate details of hydroponics. Now, aquaponics is a little bit cheaper in the sense that it's expensive to actually start if you're starting from the scratch, but it's cheaper to maintain once you have actually started. It is hope that you understand this one, right? The tutorials, the social media guide, all the lessons that have been shared on social media, it leads to something bigger for most persons who do have these tutorials online. If you check most of these social media professionals, persons who are within the sphere of aquaponics, what you'll realize is that they will demonstrate to you a lot of the things that makes aquaponics works for them. They will share, for example, how you do the grow bed, how you get the media. They will share with you the pump system. They will share for you the raft matting. They will share with you the seeds. They will share with you a lot of things, the structure, the container, all that. And in the description of the videos, or wherever the social media is, they will say for further information you can contact such and such and such for for other resources that you may need. So this is like a business venture. So although it is shared with you freely, right? Although you get this information freely, the actual script that actually guides you into the direction in which you need to go so as to attain success in aquaponics, you're gonna have to pay for that. The difference with my setup is that I am not proficient in aquaponics. I am learning, right? And based off the dynamics of setting up the fish. I have the fish system up already, right? So having the waste supplying the planter bed, or should I say the grow bed, yeah, that's no biggie. I am proficient in setting up filtration system. I have set up several filtration systems both for myself personally and for others, and I have actually seen where in which plants have actually grown within the filtration system when left unchecked for a while. So as a result of this, I realized that there is some validity, how should I say, yeah, truthfulness in saying that, listen, you can get this production using that, which is the grow bed, as a grow bed, right? So as I go along, I try to improvise, substituting several of the items that person actually promote as being the best items to be installed within their aquaponics system. And in doing so, what I find is that my system, although it's at the back of my yard, right? It's a small system, but it's also cheap. The yield is good, and I'm able to use whatever I have actually grasped within the field of aquaponics to not only benefit myself and my family, but also to help persons seeking an opportunity to be both independent within their food supply, and also to be um, you know what call it, pushing for a small income, a small passive income within the space in which they live. This might be a challenge to many, right? A challenge to many in the sense that not everyone can afford the tutorial guides, the lessons, the classroom, the kits, and all of that. As a result of that, I do make mistakes. Some of them is intentionally. Well, some of them are intentionally. Sorry for my language, right? Some of them are not because I'm still learning. I am read on the different areas within the aquaponics thing. But sometimes in the haste of production, certain protocols are not followed. Thus, the mistakes are vivid um, in display as time progresses. It is hope that this discourse do help you to understand the direction as to why is it that aquaponics have actually, um, you know, been etched within this channel for so long. Along with aquaponics comes tilapia. Along with tilapia comes passive income. Passive income improve the system that I have. Do have a wonderful day, guys. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye.